yeah, I was looking for a band. I was doing the thing that I always did. I just looked on MySpace. I would type in looking for vocalist because bands would change their name
Yep.
on MySpace to
Yeah.
Dissever the Tyrant looking for vocalists in
Yeah, the brackets.
yeah. So I was just like scouring the area for bands, and I found them, and I was like, I kind of laughed. I was like, Deathcore, this is easy. I can get this real easy. They just play zeros and dun 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 dun, and I was kind of shitting on them a little bit personally, but I was like, this is easy, so I'll just do this, I guess, until I find a better band. And it sounds really cocky, but I was a death metal kid, keep in mind. So I was very gatekeepy.
That's how it was, though.
18-year-old
kid. How it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the death metal vocals though. The more it was always.
Well, that's why it was deathcore, right? In the beginning, at least. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I hit them up, but I had this master plan. It was super easy. It was funny to me. I was like, I'm gonna take this Whitechapel intro. Like they had like Of Legions. The intro to one of their records is literally like a minute and 14 seconds of just a breakdown. And I was like, I'm gonna say like 3 words, and then I'm just gonna turn this into a song with vocals. So I recorded my vocals with like Audacity and my SM58. And just basically, I was laughing because all I did was, and I was like, these guys are gonna eat this shit up because they're deathcore. They're so stupid. But yeah. Anyway, so I did that, sent it to them, and they're freaked out. They're like, "Oh my god, dude, do you have a band?" They're literally exactly how I planned it. Yeah. So I ended up joining the band. Like instantly, and that's actually Dissever the Tyrant was where I actually learned to appreciate and love deathcore, which was and then I was kind of like, I still love my death metal even to this day, but I kind of moved over to deathcore, and I was like, you know what, like this is back then deathcore was more of like it was more open-minded. It was more, which I love my open-mindedness now, but like it was open-minded, it was more welcoming, it was more friendly, it was more exciting, and death metal was stay the same, keep it the same, otherwise we reject you, so like that kind of like idea was like so exciting to me, and everyone welcomed me just like, like, oh yeah, you're a good vocalist and you're awesome, and like let's have fun. And so we played a few shows, but basically I joined that band on their downfall. We all became really, really good friends and ended up just like partying too much, smoking too much weed, drinking too much beer, played beer pong like twice a week.
I mean, 18, 19 is just...
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like I still talk to those good guys every once in a while to this day. Like some guys in the group I still chat with every once in a while. A couple of them, I called him the band groupie. He was just like the guy who was always at practice that wasn't a part of the band.
Yeah.
He still would show up to shows and stuff like that, like even just a few years ago. But yeah, that was my introduction. And basically with that band, I was trying so hard to keep it together and keep everyone motivated, but everyone's motivation was falling off and distracted. And then lead guitar player gets his girlfriend pregnant, and then just not like I think one of the reasons why we broke up too was because one of the members was tired of everyone else smoking his weed.
Okay.
Wow.
Sure.
It was okay. I mean, we were all kids, but like as all this was happening, all of the equipment to play live shows was falling apart, and no one really had the money or jobs to. Besides, like me, I had a job, but I was working for my dad, which is kind of a cheat code. But yeah, so all the equipment was starting to fall apart, and motivations were falling off, and then it just kind of flatlined. It got to the point where I was so desperate to like work on music that I decided, fuck it, that I was going to write the songs myself. And I ended up writing, I wish I still had the recordings on my computer, but I'm so dumb. I used to be so dumb where after I wrote a song or something, I would delete it. Like that sucks. Delete it. But like, I wish I could go back and remember and like reminisce. We basically came back under a new name for like 2 seconds, under the name or just Accursed, ACCURESD. And then I wrote 2 songs, and they were like a blackened deathcore, with like a lot of death metal kind of stuff in it. But and they're these 2 songs that like got everyone stoked in the band, like everyone that used to be in the band. So I wrote them on guitar with my my Line 6 UX2, and Audacity made the drums in Fruity Loops with I made it work though. It sounded legit. And then just recorded the vocals myself, obviously. So, and then for bass, I just took my guitar track, my DI, and then detuned it as low as it could go. I didn't know like if it was an octave or 2 octaves or 3 or 6. I didn't know any of that shit back then. So I was just like, this sounds right.
Pitched it down. Yeah.
And
at least like the notes are right. This sounds like it syncs. Okay.
I was like, that sounds like bass. And
did those songs ever come out?
Yeah, so I released them on our MySpace page, which Accursed. And so what happened was I got everyone motivated. We met up again with gear, and I was like trying to record the other guys' ideas, and we met up twice, and then it just kind of ghosted after that. And they were super stoked about the songs I wrote. So I just had this page, Accursed, and 2 songs that I wrote by myself. And then these other guys that I was friends with that were just on it. And then I got mad and like posted, I took the songs down, deleted them. And then I was like, I wrote everything. Fuck you guys. And like, and then, yeah, that was the end of that. And I wish I still had those recordings because it would have been a cool memory. But